Greetings, viewers. It's a great day at Sparky Pants Studios. Red here, of course, calling the shots for you as always, alongside my favorite co-caster, Deckard.
How's it going, everybody? This is going to be an exciting match for you today.
I heard we have some interesting builds coming in from the various rig teams, so let's see what we've got. On the blue side, Deluxeschnidde facing off against the red team, LordinMortal. We're in the drafting sequence right now, seeing what players. Looks like we got a little hesitation here on the first pick, so people trying to figure out what they're going for. First up, we've got Vice and Recon.
LordinMortal is getting plasma, assault plasma. Assault plasma.
It's not often used, but it's actually the highest DPS weapon in the game.
Correct. Sidewinder frame as well. Oh, and we've got ground pounder on Vice with looks like twin coils on Recon for Deluxeschnidde.
And then a fairly standard widget coming in alongside Knockout, also with ground pounder.
Another ground pounder, interesting. And this map today is going to be Mind the Gap. Last week we had Juggernaut.
Indeed. So just starting off, looking at LordinMortal's starting lineup here, I'm surprised. It looks kind of like a very minimal build. There aren't a lot of active abilities, so I expect him to really be executing his strategy well, because all he really has to worry about is those ground pounders. And if I were to guess, I'd say that he's got kind of a later game strategy here, because all he wants to do probably is lock a rig down with those ground pounders and then get in close with the assault plasma and take something out.
Yes, definitely. A low micro build for LordinMortal, and as we can see, Deluxeschnidde is keeping his rigs together, not spreading them out, not taking too many chances at this moment, going for multiple vision tower and hives at the same time. LordinMortal is doing the exact opposite. First thing he did was spread out his 3 rigs to a vision tower and 2 hives, and now he's getting that other vision tower in the south.
Yeah, that's definitely my preferred playstyle. I like to spread out early, especially when nothing is really a threat. Later on, I like to play kind of a 2-in-1 sort of build between farming and spread outs, but oh man, look at this!
Deluxeschnidde going for an early boss kill, maybe for that buff. The Vice is tanking all the damage, but
but it looks like they chickened out, unfortunately. I think they had that under control. I'm surprised, especially with Widget's heal. Perhaps she was on cooldown? Let's see. No,
not on cooldown.
Perhaps just a little bit hesitant. Maybe he had a bad boss encounter last time he was on Mind the Gap.
LordinMortal is uploading his first core, and it looked like he forgot to pick up his second core because that was the first hive to go down on the east side of the map. Interesting. His Vice is still at the uplink. It looks like he thought he grabbed the core and he failed to uplink that, because he did bring 2 rigs to the uplink and only 1 core with him. So very strange.
Perhaps he just made a misclick on the queue to orders there, but either way, as it stands, both players now finishing off their first level 1 hive, knocking things out. Still, that injured boss down there kind of slowed Deluxeschnidde down. I feel like if he would have taken that out, he'd have the level. He'd at least be equal on levels, but right now he's actually 1 level behind as he finishes off this first hive. So, Recon heading into level 2. All of his rigs seem fairly low level to get rolling here.
Yes, and again a misclick from LordinMortal because he forgot his core again. He was going up toward the vision tower. Couple of mistakes, but he's uplinking again. It's now 2. And he pulls off the uplink too soon.
Yeah, I was about to say it was 2-0 as well.
He's frightened by Deluxeschnidde near his presence, not doing anything to him though.
Yeah, he's sitting there with all 3 rigs, so he's obviously committed to uploading these couple cores here. Knockout and Vice moving in, both of them with the ground pounder. First shot going down, whiffs unfortunately. Right here at the core, both players playing very passively.
Positron condenser coming down, stunning Knockout.
And I just don't know what Deluxe's plan is here. He seemed very hesitant on both the boss encounter, now also in this team fight. I feel like he should have just gotten in there, despite this build being a super tanky build between both of these tanks having frequency adaptation and proximity response. It's a lot of potential reduced damage there.
Yeah, and Vice got off that small little route with his ground pounder ability, but he was not in range to take advantage of it. Knockout. Vice on the way back to heal, and I believe it was LordinMortal that got the eradicate. Yes, in the bottom left we can see the red icon.
Yes, indeed. So after this kind of first little flurry of engagements here, it's sitting at 2-3 with about 4 minutes into this first match here. Vice hitting level 3 right now with the current layout of LordinMortal's builds. He'll pretty much be maxed out with all of his abilities unlocked at level 3. A lone core sitting over there on Deluxe's side. Not really quite sure what the plan with that core is.
Deluxeschnidde coming in to upload 2 cores. LordinMortal sitting on the right side there. He's got cores of his own. He should come in and put some pressure on. But Positron Condenser coming down on device. Recon going in too early instead of letting the tanks take the damage. Shock Prod gone off.
Almost took out that Recon, who was a bit overzealous going into that team fight.
And Deluxeschnidde loses. Right. Sorry to interrupt you.
Healing bubble goes down, but healing all rigs. He kind of a rookie mistake there. You normally want to see that bubble placed a little further back. What is he doing?
What is Recon doing?
This match is all over the place. I'm not sure what these pilots are thinking sometimes, but right now it's been a bit of a kamikaze rush here on the uplink.
Yes,
there's so many cores at stake. This is a big fight to win or lose.
And I think LordinMortal made a crucial error uploading at the uplink on the left side of the map on his across enemy lines, so to speak. And Knockout get taken out right before getting back to home base to heal.
Pick up that core, man. Recon's got it there, heading back. Recon and Widget both under control. Vice not really going to be able to do anything against that composition on his own. Both of them being ranged characters, and especially Widget with that heal. Vice just doesn't have the damage output, even with that ground pounder, to really slow this down. So it looks like Deluxe is going to get himself a couple points leads. I think LordinMortal's doing the right thing. He can't really contest that front line right now, so he's going to fall back, farm, start trying to get his level advantage back. Once this Recon gets a couple more levels, he gets his Omni targeting and resource redirector. He'll be able to lock these enemy rigs down for the blue team and then just pound away with that super high DPS assault plasma. It is a very difficult weapon to use to its maximum benefit because it's got that high rate of fire, so you have to really stay still. You can't kite with it much, so I think ground pounder is the great complement for it.
Yeah, and we've got LordinMortal taking down his level 2 hive on the east bank, picking up 2 more cores, while Deluxeschnidde working on his, is that a level 3 tier?
Yes, that was a level 3.
So his 3 cores just released for him.
And I like taking out that central hive as soon as possible anyways, because it really makes sure you don't get any interruption when you're falling back from that uplink.
Absolutely. The swarm of
oh my gosh, this is overkill if I've ever seen it.
Well, that was a waste of a signature move if I could. My goodness. Oh, and we've got LordinMortal coming after. Oh, my mistake. Sorry, I thought that was the boss area. Looking at the wrong side of the map there.
But yeah, the Alpha Strike battle's going pretty neck and neck right now. I think, all things considered, though, LordinMortal's gonna have the advantage because he has already taken. He's got 1 level 3 hive up. He's got the second one and third now on the way to respawn. Meanwhile, Deluxe is still sitting on 2 level 2 hives that he hasn't even touched, and he's really squirreling away a lot of cores in his base. So, continuing that kind of passive playstyle we've seen from him so far. Is he actually going to finish off what he started so early in the match?
Well, the boss regenerates when you leave the aggro range, so it's just like starting brand new.
Sergeants.
Oh, you're right. The minions, yes?
Yeah, the boss minion is down, so the second one's going to fall relatively easily.
Second one falls.
Recon's leveled up much higher now, so this boss will fall pretty rapidly while LordinMortal...
the healing dome extending the life of the boss just for a little bit more.
Perhaps...
And he misclick on the boss buff.
I think, yeah, he left it sitting there. He doesn't have the buff on his rigs.
This is a crucial error because when you don't have Boss Slayer as an objective, you're killing that boss for the experience and for the boss buff to double your damage for 60 seconds. This is a huge misclick error.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the team fight coming up here, if he could take out 1 or 2 rigs or maybe even get a team wipe on LordinMortal right now, there's so many cores on the map, that'd be an easy 5 or so points he could get fairly uncontested. So we're seeing another upload here. LordinMortal kind of just controlling the uplink now while Deluxe is hanging on his side of the map. Both players, as I've mentioned, just playing very passively right now. Not really sure what their game plan is.
The only thing I can think of is that he purposely didn't plan for a team fight and wanted to keep his boss buff for later. But buff buffs don't stack.
Oh my gosh, the Zorbal's coming down. It's going to hit all 3 rigs. Huge damage goes down. Vice in a lot of trouble, but Recon's still blasting away. Finishes him off, manages to escape. The shock prod goes off, but it doesn't manage to stun anything because he was too far away.
Oh my good, this could be a double kill.
Oh my gosh, it's not even going to be. Oh, 1 kill goes down. Not going to be
a double kill.
What did she do? She thought she was in range of the dropship repair field, but apparently she was not. And what I thought was going to be a miraculous escape after getting a single kill turned into a double kill in the favor of Deluxeschnidde, now healing up and uploading several cores with only Vice on the field. As I mentioned before, this is the same situation we saw where Vice just isn't going to be able to do anything about this. So it looks like Deluxe is pulling ahead. That said, Alpha Strike still in the favor of LordinMortal, and it looks like the farming has begun from Vice here. He's hitting the Hive instead of the Alphas, but I figure you want to focus those Alphas. There's so many cores on the map that I wouldn't even want to kill this level 3 Hive yet. I'd want to leave it around so I could keep farming Kavash and leveling up my rigs.
Completely agree. He should be focusing on the Alphas strictly right now and not wasting DPS on that Hive. He needs to take 4 more Alphas. He's got 2 there, and he'll have 1 more at the bottom. No, he's got a level 3. So he needs to take out the 2 Alphas there and the 2 Alphas in the south to get anywhere near.
Yeah, I mean, that 4 points would tie it up right now, and then he'd just have to make sure he can control the uplink going forward. I really like the idea of this build, I just haven't quite seen it executed well. I think what he wants to do is try to catch a rig out of position, and then with those 2 roots, he can. Recon would be able to take something out so quickly with that Assault Plasma.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on the other side of the map. Deluxe still farming away. Neither player really prioritizing Alphas, which I find very strange. Considering that Alpha Strike is such a crucial point in this game.
And neither of them have gone after Total Vision as well. They seem to be just...
They've been playing on their side of the gap very consistently throughout the game. I feel like maybe both players are a little hesitant to play offensively.
Yeah, no one's taking advantage of the jump pads either. That's for people that first play this map, they go through a phase usually when they use the jump pads at first. They don't see their benefit, and they tend to ignore them, and then you see higher level pro plays use the jump pads for means of escaping the boss area or for taking vision towers. A lot of misclicks here, uploading and pulling back too soon.
Yeah, these aren't, I don't think, I don't know them, the player names specifically, but I believe they're a bit of novices, I'd venture to say. So
ground pound down, rooting both rigs, but roots don't take your abilities away. They just prevent movement. Oh, rooted all 3 rigs. My apologies.
He did, yeah, but without Recon here to support these tanks, they just don't have any damage
And
output.
Recon is not going after that 3rd tier Hive at the south. He's going to lose knockout if he's not careful. There's no heals going down. Knockout destroyed.
The reverse knockout, as it were. Recon still looking for a few quick shots there, but like I said, the Assault Plasma is not an easy weapon to use. You can see how close he has to get to use it, and that's even with... Oh my gosh, what's going on here? He's fighting in his own base. Oh my gosh, LordinMortal, you just got poached! He walked right into his base and took his core right from under his nose.
That is a very Deluxeschnidde might be a little bit of a cocky fella.
I mean, I was saying earlier how they were playing fairly passively, but I think going into someone's base, dropping an orbital strike in their face, and then stealing their cores is about as aggressive as you can get in this game. Stun goes down.
Going down. Recon's, stunning, perfect.
But a nice
setup.
Spread there.
But
from
Recon's
his
going.
opponent.
Oh my goodness. This is a great combination of shock prod sabers and stealth to save the day.
Oh, but he turns around and opens fire again. Recon's got to be very careful. One more smash from that big old ground pounder.
Vice is definitely going to die. Will he take out?
Recon
goes down
before going
Vice
down.
goes down. Amoeba Protocol in action with the last kill. Vice Amoeba Protocol gives you 15 HP to your permanent health up to a stack of 20.
Look at this Recon sitting up here with 55 health. That's the spirit of a gunner right there.
And look at all these cores saved up on Deluxeschnidde's home base.
Yeah, as close as this game looks, Deluxeschnidde, I think, has a firm grasp. He's slightly behind on level, but at any point that he pushes his opponent off, he can go back to his base and grab more cores. On Mind the Gap, the uplink is actually closer to your base than it is on Juggernaut, so it's actually a bit quicker to leave cores in your base and get them as opposed to the other map.
I really think LordinMortal's only option here is to go down, get Alpha Strike, get the score in his favor, and then just camp the uplink and prevent any other scores from Deluxeschnidde. But right now, he's letting him upload, he's forgetting about the Alpha Strike, and this is this could be the what loses the game for him.
Yeah, we're down to the wire. He's only got a minute and a half left, and he's only holding 2 cores. He needs to run that Vice down to the southern part of the map, get that 3rd core for a hope at all of tying it up.
Vice is still sitting in the dropship. He does not even know that he's come back, respawned, and another
We've seen
orbital blast coming down.
I wonder if they're using the same satellite. That thing's got to be running on eBay now.
Vice still in his home base. This is 30 seconds gone by, completely unused. This is drastically.
Yeah,
this is the killing the reason that LordinMortal is going to lose this game.
If you notice on the mini-map, the rigs ping, so you're actually, if you glance at the mini-map at any point, when a rig doesn't have an action to do currently...
it looks like he's remembered about the Alpha Strike. Recon going down.
Let's see, Alpha Strike,
knockout and Vice.
my gosh.
Recon coming back. Nope,
it looks like he's going to commit to the team fight, which is a shame because he could totally win the game just by going south to farm that southern hive.
Devastating move.
Vice is going to go down here. It looks like Recon as well. I may have spoken too soon. The healing bubble doesn't quite save him.
Ay.
Well,
and there's only one core. He's dropped a core off of the vision tower. He needs to hustle down to the vision tower and steal this other core, or he's got no chance.
Well, he's only got 15 seconds left. I think it's safe to say that Deluxe is going to take this particular match, which is a shame because with a slight change in strategy, I really think LordinMortal could have snuck this one out by the skin of his teeth. But as the timer ticks down, the last few seconds hit here, tanks right in your face, Deluxe. He may have lost, but he wasn't down on spirit. Those tanks were relentless, but didn't quite pull off. You would think with the double tank build that he would have been aware that the farming is what he had to do.
Yeah, and they didn't go after vision towers as well. Very interesting game. Looks like they both have some practice to do. Hopefully they'll see this video and check out our...
The great thing about novice level games is that there's always a lot to learn. You can pick up a lot of, I guess, just basics that you may, even yourself, I know things I forget, like leaving rigs and bases, not paying attention to levels, and like in the heat of a moment, at that last minute and 30 seconds says so much. This game is not always about killing your opponent. You have objectives on the map that he didn't even have to be at that uplink. He could have gone south, finished off that Alpha Strike, and this game would be 11-13 right now.
Yes, sir.
But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for our second weekly Replay Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes, and stay tuned. Next week we'll have another Replay Tuesday for you with more action. We will try and find other styles of play, intermediate and pro, hopefully.
Yeah, if anyone wants to try that build out that LordinMortal was trying, I mean, I'd love to see Assault Plasma used in a really aggressive manner. I like the idea of root with Assault Plasma, so I think it's something that could definitely work. What do you think?
I definitely agree. Also, if you have any replays of your own that you think would be deserving of a good cast, if you think there's some intense action that we could comment on, please send us an email or go to the forums. In fact, that would be the easiest. Go to the forums for Dropzone, and
there will be a thread called Replay Tuesday.
Yes.
And if you ever have a particularly excellent match, let us know, and we'll try to get it in here on a weekly basis. Anyways, I think that's going to be it from us before we ramble too much longer. This has, of course, been Red Rupee.
And this has been Deckard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.